Hello, my name is Alan Chara, and I'm the Strategic Marketing Director for Commercial Refrigeration at Danfoss. And later in this session, we'll be joined by Stefan Vesch. He's application expert in commercial refrigeration. Stefan is standing by in our Application Development Center. We call it our ADC in Denmark. We'll get to Stefan soon, but in the meantime, I have the pleasure of introducing this session. Today, we'll see that Danfoss has application expertise in commercial refrigeration and the knowledge of how to apply it to optimize system design. That Danfoss application solutions can significantly increase energy efficiency of the refrigeration system. That Danfoss has world-class application development centers that are specifically designed to support customer projects. And finally, that customers will benefit from collaborating with Danfoss experts to solve their challenge. Danfoss has been in the refrigeration business since 1933 and has developed the most comprehensive cooling portfolio, including automatic controls, electronic controllers, heat exchangers, compressors, and now even subsystems. Our application specialists are trained in how to best apply these solutions to optimize refrigeration system design. And I can't think of a better example of this in action than the work we do at the ADCs. This is where we engineer solutions that solve the most critical challenges facing our customers today. And we specialize in helping customers understand and meet the ever-changing regulatory requirements of areas like energy efficiency, refrigerants, and food safety. Although in this session, we'll focus primarily on energy efficiency, I recommend checking out some of our other sessions that go into more detail on some of these other topics, such as refrigerant transition and food safety in the cold chain. So in Europe, we have the Eco Design Directive. This sets the minimum requirements for energy efficiency. Eco Design includes several lots that impact the HVACR industry. And Lot 1 includes professional refrigerated storage cabinets. Recently, we took a commercial freezer into our ADC in Denmark and tested its energy consumption. Then we upgraded the refrigeration system with the most energy efficient products available and measured the reduction in energy consumption coming from each product. We achieved some amazing results, but I'll hand things over to Stefan and he'll walk us through it. Stefan, you're up.
Yes, thank you, Alan. I'm here standing in the Application Development Center in Nordborg. And as you can see on the slide in my background, it's made for customers and of course also for Danfoss engineers. We have here a room area of around 1,200 square meter. The ADC is equipped for testing units up to a size of approximately 25 kilowatt. And our setup is made for do experimental things in refrigeration. You can see we have 4 global Danfoss cooling application centers over the world. You can see it above on the globe. We have one in the US in Tallahassee, this one here in Nordborg. We have one in Chennai, India, and the last one in Haiyan in China. Our lab capacity is relatively high, and we provide an industry-leading application knowledge. We are testing refrigeration and air conditioning products, components and applications, of course. All application development centers are equipped to do tests with flammable refrigerants. Some time ago, we decided to buy a commercial freezer, which you can see behind me. It's a standard freezer. It's a stainless steel freezer, like you can see it in professional kitchens normally. We decided to change all components inside that we can provide as Danfoss to increase the efficiency. And you can see again on the wall, we started to do a base test, and that's of course at 0%. The next step was to integrate a thermostatic expansion valve. You can see here our TD1, our smallest expansion valve. And you can see that there is no increase in efficiency. That was completely clear, since if you test at standard conditions, in this case 25 degrees C and relative humidity of 60%, you can balance the capillary tube in a very good way that you can get no advantage by using an expansion valve. To show that the expansion valve brings an advantage, we did the same test at 10K lower, means plus 15 and a humidity of 60%. And there we saw an efficiency increase of around 15%. And at 15K above the standard conditions, means 40 degrees C and 40% humidity, we saw an increase of 10% by using expansion valve. The next change we did was switching to R290. We exchanged, of course, the compressor for the new refrigerant and switched to R290. And you can see that the increase in efficiency was already 11%. And that was, of course, due to the better properties of R290, but as well the compressor had a better efficiency than the old one that was used in the cabinet until then. The next step we did was replacing this fin and tube condenser. You can see here. You all will know this type of condenser. And we replaced it by a Danfoss microchannel condenser or heat exchanger. And you can see on the table that there was no increase in efficiency, but what's not here in this diagram, there was we saved approximately 40% of the charge. And that's very important if you think about using R290 flammable refrigerant. It's always a good idea to keep the charge below 150 gram, and that's easily possible by using such type of condenser. The next step was we switched from a fixed speed compressor to a variable speed compressor, and the difference is more or less the compressor is the same, but you have to integrate an electronic box that's coming in combination with the compressor. And by doing that, you can see we have put approximately 29% efficiency increase on top. That's coming due to the higher evaporating temperature you can get by using a speed control compressor. And additionally, the type of motor inside this compressor is much more efficient than a standard asynchronous motor. The last thing we did was changing the electrical defrost to a hot gas defrost. Means we have put such a small EVUL solenoid valve into the hot gas pipe and connected it to the evaporator inlet. And by doing that, we have put again 7% energy efficiency on top. Both things, the variable speed compressor and the solenoid valve, we could integrate since we have a new controller, which can control as well the speed controlled compressors by giving a frequency signal, and also can control the solenoid valve for the defrost. My last slide will wrap up what we talked about. You can see we increased the cabinet from a G level to a C level by putting on the expansion valve, changing the refrigerant and compressor, changing to a microchannel heat exchanger. We could cut the system charge by 40%. We increased again 29% by using a variable speed compressor. And last but not least, we put in a hot gas defrost versus electrical defrost. And all in all, we have got 47% of energy savings. Thank you.
Wow, 47% improvement in energy efficiency. Those really are some amazing results. But just imagine how much more we can achieve if we collaborate since the design phase of the refrigeration system. And excuse me. And in our experience, we unlock many more benefits of optimizing the system design in this way. And that is what we offer our customers who take advantage of this ADC experience. And the ADC in Denmark is just one of 4 such facilities worldwide, where Danfoss experts work alongside refrigeration manufacturers to test and optimize system configurations. And across all of our centers in Denmark, India, China, and the US, we have more than 11,000 square meters of testing space. This is where we maximize energy efficiency, validate component selection, and optimize unit design. Energy use is a major focus for manufacturers today, whether it's meeting the requirements of Eco Design in Europe, the US Department of Energy's own efficiency standards, or just using efficiency to create a competitive advantage. We're here to collaborate, sharing our facilities and our expertise to help our customers meet that challenge. We'll also put a link in the chat for another video where we helped Haglund Industry AB achieve Energy Efficiency Class A by improving energy efficiency by 34% and reducing refrigerant charge by 13%. And as always, please reach out to your local Danfoss representative and experience the difference Danfoss ADCs can make on your system's performance. So on behalf of Stefan and myself, thank you for joining us in this session, and we look forward to taking some questions in the chat.